5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are streaming live. Welcome to today's Trader News. There we are. Today's Trader News, January 21st, year of our Lord 2021. We are here. This is the news that you probably did not see on CNBC. Some of it probably is, especially in the initial part. We're going to do some price targets. We're going to do some job claims. We're going to see specifically what happened in the markets today. And then we're going to go through the heavy hitters and then the news of the day. I did this for you, but I really do it for me just so I can catch up on the news that I missed because everybody's schedule's hectic. So I'm going to go quick. I'm going to go fast. If you have a ticker symbol that was in the news and you hear me call it out, you'll just have to replay it and find it about what the news was or go look it up. So if you had that ticker in your portfolio, there you go. So off we go. Onward. We're on finviz.com. Dow was down 12. NASDAQ was up 73 for a record, and S&P was up $1.22. Believe that is a record, or that's where it finished. I think it got to record territory, as did the Dow. Big boys who gained quite a bit today. Let's go through them real quick. BBIG up 196. QTT, it's internet content in China. ADIT Therapeutics, ADTX, was up 45. Ideal Power, IPWR, up 44. BVXV, up 40. CLSN, up 36. SUNW, that's Sunworks, up 25. Polar Power, POLA, which we've had them on the channel before, was up 23. There's some more pharmaceuticals in there, but you can figure it out. So let's just get started really quick and move through this, and then we'll go into some deeper dive news, if you would, that you probably didn't hear. The S&P 500, Dow, and NASDAQ hit record levels yet again as traders look ahead to the additional fiscal stimulus and other government spending. Biden began his term on Wednesday by signing a number of executive orders. I actually have that here. If you see it on the screen there. First, so let's just go through these real quick. Stop border wall construction. He said that he would do that. I'm not sure why that's jobs, but whatever. In the Muslim travel ban, he said he would do that. Rejoin the Paris Climate Agreement. He said he would do that. It takes 30 days to go into effect, though. He did end the Keystone XL pipeline. I know that he had a call with the Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau. That's thousands of jobs there, guys, and that's on the Canadian and on the American side. So I don't know. It's whatever. The guy won the election. He can do what he wants. So essentially, what I see him doing is he's reversing a lot of what Trump did. I mean, that's exactly what he's doing. He wants to count non-citizens in the U.S. Census again, which, that's good because we need to understand about schools and enrollment. Rejoin the World Health Organization. I vehemently disagree with that. China got us into this problem. That is a China-run organization. If you know about anything about China hawks, they will tell you that WHO is bought and paid for. I agree with Trump there. The 100-day masking challenge, agree with that. Extend eviction and foreclosure moratoriums. This really puts, commercial real estate guys in a bind here, especially the multifamily. They're going to pause student loan payments. They're going to defend the dreamers. They're going to overhaul the ICE, the way the ICE does arrests. That's the Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Here was some key protections for a group of librarians in the country. I don't know what that is. I know that Liberia is in Africa, so I'm guessing it has something to do with them, that they had to go back to their home country in Africa. That's all I know. Restructure federal government coordination. Okay, so that's just COVID-19 stuff, which is, I think, the 100 million doses, which a lot of people called into questioned today. He was not happy about it. Mr. President was not happy. Actions to advance racial equality through the federal government. Basically revoked Trump's harmful 1776 commissions. Strengthen the workplace discrimination protections based on sexual orientation and gender. He said he was going to do that. Freezing last-minute Trump regulatory actions. I think that has to do with the drilling in Alaska. Please check me on that. And formulate executive branch ethics doctrines. So here's what gets weird. President Biden wants every executive branch appointee to sign an ethics pledge. And the pledge commits federal employees to uphold the independence of the Department of Justice. So, there you go. All right, moving on. We've got to move through real quick. So they're talking to LPL Financial. I've actually been very surprised by how the market has really brushed aside all the political issues that have had in the first 3 weeks of the year. Not saying that we haven't, but it looked like martial law. Clearly, I think investors are focused on the short term and Biden's go big policy on fiscal stimulus. That's when the market goes up. The market was down today because of jobs. We'll get to that in just a second. We're going to see not just a Band-Aid stimulus, which has been what we've done in the past. This is going to be a real stimulus that we are going to pass, said Peter Chur, head of macro strategy at Academy Securities. United Airlines was down today. We'll talk about them in a minute because they're down. But what I saw in the reporting was very, very interesting. Here's something that I also thought you would find. Bank of America has raised its price target on Amazon, AMZN, to $4,000. That's right, 4,000. The firm said it believes Amazon is now trading at a discount when considering the trajectory of each of its businesses, including cloud computing, e-commerce, and advertising. COVID-19 should accelerate cloud demand in 2021, and retail business margins have positive tailwinds. So there you go. Amazon, I'm going to be, if you're holding that bag, you're about to get a lot richer, because I don't dispute anything that they're saying. In fact, we'll talk about what Amazon is offering President Biden just in a second. Housing starts. So from yesterday, we either got some bad news or some fake news or something. Housing starts and building permits each accelerated in December as a demand for new homes outpaced supply and drove a surge in residential construction. This marked the highest level since 2006. November to seasonally adjusted annual rate of 1.669 million. That's crazy. Building permits, which indicate future home building, unexpectedly spiked in December by 4.5%, reaching an adjusted annualized rate of 1.7 million. That is crazy. Here's the big thing. This is why the market was down early. 900,000 unemployment claims came in. That's better than the 935 or the revised 926 from last week. It's not much better, but it is progress. All right, that's it. Let's talk about Amazon real quick. The company said that they wrote a letter to President Biden, as you probably know. You probably saw this on CNBC, but here's what it said. It's ready to turn its sites, so all of its sites, its warehouses and its distribution points, into vaccination facilities, and mentioned its technological capabilities. You probably knew that, right? Amazon has over 800,000 employees. They want to do this, and they want to have their non-work from home employees vaccinated. So basically, if they work in the warehouse, and so they employ 800,000, I believe about 600,000, maybe a little more, 700,000 work in the warehouses. So that is what they're offering now. Amazon spent $7.5 billion in COVID-related expenses through Q3 of 2020, and an estimated additional $4 billion of expenses in Q4. So they really want to get this past them because it's affecting their balance sheet. When we're talking about the vaccines, why is it not going out? Well, New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy said the sluggish rollout of vaccines in the state is due to CVS and Walgreens. And I think this is actually probably all over the U.S., particularly Walgreens. The state has 8.8 million in population, while only 432,000 vaccines have been administered out of the 900,000 that were distributed, right? And it's because the CVS's and the Walgreens are not getting to the nursing home facilities fast enough. They just don't have that capability. So we put it on them. I'm not sure whose idea that was, but certainly it's not working. Apple is designing a $300 to $500 VR headset that will act as a precursor for its more mainstream VR headset, Bloomberg reported. So it's going to face off with the Facebook's Oculus headset and the Sony's PlayStation VR. Last year, Apple acquired NextVR, which offers a VR video streaming service for $100 million. It also acquired Spaces, which provides a platform to create AR and VR-based experiences, and that's where this is coming from, right? All right, so let's get to United Airlines real quick. So they reported a loss of $1.9 billion, right? That's why the stock was down 5% today. The total revenue fell 69% to $3.4 billion. But here's what I like to see. They did a little pivot. Now, they need to get credit for this. Its cargo division generated a revenue of $560 million. That is up almost 80% year over year. That's what they need to keep doing. The division contributed 16% of the revenue in Q4 compared to 3% in Q4 of 2019. So that is definitely a COVID recovery play, but I don't know if that really kicks in the next 2 or 3 months. I'm sure that their stock is going up because we are forward looking. Talking about Google here. Also, President Biden will use wartime powers to fight the pandemic, compelling private companies to make masks, medical equipment, and other resources required, which is what Trump did. And China has sanctioned 28 members of the Trump administration. I'm sure you saw that on the news. You know who they are. Peter Navarro, Pompeo. Here's the deal with that. That is a PUSSY move by China. As soon as Trump administration is out, they're going to try to hurt the lives of people who took a hard stance on China. Not a fan, CCP. Not a fan. Nor will I be. All right, let's talk a little crypto. What are we trading at right now? We are at the lowest of lows. We're at the resistance point back in January 5th. We're at 30,293. So we broke the resistance. We were, when I looked at this, 32.4. So as we talked about yesterday, once we got through right around 34.5, and we crossed over the 20-day moving average of Bitcoin, it was a very bearish signal, and boom, you can see we're at 30,000 right now. I thought so. This is the next resistance point right here because it's a mental resistance point, right? It is this is, if we can hold above 30 and bounce off of 30, which we have about 3 or 4 times now, we could hold that. All right, you probably heard this too. BlackRock allocation funds, they manage trillions in assets. From what I understand, it's right around 7 trillion. I could be wrong about that, but that's what I have read somewhere. Are considering buying Bitcoin futures, and they have put that in a filing prospectus with the SEC on January 20th, which was yesterday. So that's good to hear from Bitcoin. Also, blockchain analytics company PeckShield confirms at least $20 billion of capital has moved out of China through Bitcoin. Wonder why. And Fidelity now. If you're a Fidelity customer and with a BlockFi account, you can now take out USD loans backed by their Bitcoin. Clearly, this is to end around the capital gains, because who wants to spend their Bitcoin when it's it's going up, whatever it is, 3x per year, if you would, this year for sure. But it's probably going to fall back down to the 25, 26 mark, and then we'll bounce and we'll see if we can't recover. we've had all these Bitcoin predictions from about 40K to 90K to 100K to 150K to 312. Our Bitcoin prediction is 87,000, just to let you know. We're sticking by that. We think it's good to go by the end of 2021. We'll have hit that, hopefully higher. We will see. If you don't know who BlockFi is, if you have crypto, you don't own your keys, but they do pay 6% on Bitcoin. They're going to play higher than that on Litecoin, that crap coin. But if you're just putting cash there, they turn it into USDC or GUSD, and you get 8.6. It's guaranteed. It's guaranteed. Now, clearly, that's not going to be guaranteed for the next 20 years, but for the next 2 or 3, it's probably good to go. All right, so let's get to the news that you want to hear about certain stocks and price targets and who's going what and contracts and whatever else. All right. IBM new CEO Martin Schroeder says company has tremendous potential. We knew that. It does. It just has never done anything. Selector Biosciences files to sell 15.1 million shares of common stock for holders. Dilution. Sensonics announces 50 million bought deal offering of common stock. Dilution. Northrop Grumman, that's NOC, 3.6 billion Air Force contract. IBM says opportunity in AI is massive. Like we didn't know, man. My God, are they really putting out? See, that's how you know a good company. Are they really? Do we really need to know that? Because we already know that. Good God. Seagate says 2020 was a very, very challenging year. Again, do we need to know that? That's STX. God, that's just ridiculous. Maybe that sits to that on some call. Raymond James starts Fisker with a market perform, given the crowded space. Wow, FSR, that's big. Bryn Mawr Bank reports Q4 EPS of 77 cents, beat consensus. That's BMTC. Ford sees 2020 underfunded status for pension of about 6.7 billion. They're behind. That's Ford. We are long for. I actually like Ford a lot. Ford to replace Takata airbag inflators in certain models at a cost of 610 million. Wow, that's going to hurt. BlackBerry CFO sells 430,000 in company shares. That's BB. They were off to a really good start this year. I'm not sure what was behind that. I know they have some really good patents too. And they're more of a software company as well now. Still have some phones. Akero Therapeutics files to sell 99.25 million shares of common stock for holders. Good Lord. AKRO. Now, the next one down says files to sell 1.1 million shares of common stock. So is it 1.1 or is it 99.1 million? That's AKRO. Look it up. You probably get it right. There's Fisker again. Outperform. Aurora Cannabis ACB announces 125 million bought in deal financing. Oppenheimer starts DermTech with outperform $53 as its price target. That's DMTK. Actually saw a big hedge fund size up on them last week, just so you know. DermTech initiated with outperform at Oppenheimer, DMTK. Let's see. Pulte Group initiated with a buy. We were just talking about the housing. Pulte Group PHM. PPG reports Q4 EPS $1.59, $1.59, consensus with $1.58, so that they beat it, but not by much. PPG, I'm not sure how much they really moved today. Cantor starts under the radar iBio with overweight, a $3 target. That's iBio, IBIO, $3 price target. Arch Capital estimates Q4 catastrophic losses of 155 million ACGL. Tetra Tech wins $25 million U.S. Renewable Energy Climate Change Contract, TTEK. Let's keep it going here. You've probably seen some of this. Seems like everybody's beating consensus. SVB Financial beat consensus huge. SIVB, $7.40. The consensus was $3.83. Doubled it, 2x'd it. Orion Group announces contract awards of roughly $27 million ORN. Forrester Group beats EPS, not by much, FOR. Sierra Wireless sees Q4 revenue above street consensus, $116 million SWIR. Vista Outdoor initiated with an outperform at Wedbush. VSTO. Yeah, Vista Outdoor and Cumulus. Is it Cumulus? Forget. There's another outdoor company that we're seeing a lot of hedge funds size up on as well. It's CCO is the ticker for the one that I'm thinking of. Bank of the Ozark reports Q4 EPS 93 cents, beats consensus OZK. Seagate sees Q3 adjusted EPS 130 plus or minus 15 cents, beats consensus STX. See a lot of that. CSX reports EPS comes in under the consensus CSX. I believe that's the railroad. Intel reports Q4 EPS $1.52, consensus was $1.01, $1.10. INTC beats them. Bam. China State Media sees less likes or retweets on Twitter. Interesting. Is it because Trump's gone? Maybe. FIO Pharmaceuticals announces $14 million private placement priced at market. PHIO. Dilution for sure. That's a straight dilution. Biden poised to freeze oil, coal leasing on federal land. I believe that's one of the EOs that he signed. That will affect ACI, ANR, ARLP, CNX, BTU, and CLDP. So they say. We're getting into. CoStar Warburg Group final bidders and running for CoreLogic, Bloomberg says. That's CSGP. CoStar is a really good company. CRE, commercial real estate. Spotify to produce exclusive audio content with Ava DuVernay, ARRAY, Array. Spot, SPOT is the ticker. Treasury action yields have been elevated all session. That was today. Porch was in. I saw some people size up on Porch too today, just so you know. I'm not long or short them. I'm just telling you what I saw. So I'm not going to tell you what the subscribers got though, for sure, because there were 3 pretty good ones today. In fact, really good ones. In fact, the last one was incredibly good. It was very, very telling. Because there were a lot of investment firms and hedge funds sizing up, and they were going big. Talking 70 million big plus. Both of them. Okay, by Hedge Eye. Virgin Galactic's VMS Eve to conduct flight from Spaceport America, SPCE. That's what they're supposed to be doing, right? No big deal there. Logitech price target raised to, well, just raised at UPS, LOGI. Just put it that way before I get all. Fubo TV jumps as Barrington says buy. That's FUBO. Tesco price target raised as well. That's TSCDY. Let's get through these better, more or less European. Camping World call volume was up today as a directionally bullish. Little Marcus Lemonis, the prophet. If you have not watched him. BlackRock board approves 14% boost in quarterly dividend to $4.13 a share. I bet the stock was up today. BLK. Nice. Carnival's Princess Cruises, CCL, announces sale of Pacific Princess. I believe that's just one boat or one ship, if you would. CMS Energy raises quarterly dividend to 43 cents per share. That's up 3 cents. CMS, I bet that was up today. Altria price increase doesn't address ongoing concerns, Goldman Sachs says at MO. We talked about BlackRock and Bitcoin. NanoX call volume was directionally bullish today in NOX. See some bigger ones. Boston Scientific call volume was directionally bullish today as well. BSX. Facebook Trump's access to remain suspended indefinitely. I'm not sure he really cares anymore. Big Commerce, BIGC, call volume above normal and directionally bullish today. Silvergate was down. Capital Senior Living was up 15%. That's the CSU. So Silvergate was down today. SI. TAL Education, TAL, was up 13% today. Let's see. Going through here. If you're not on your phone, you can probably see exactly what I'm looking at. Fisker call volume was directionally bullish. Fisker had a day today. FSR. We have seen one hedge fund size up on them, but it was like the first week in January. Just letting y'all know. In fact, I didn't even send that out to the subscribers. I actually saw it on our Twitter, which a bot runs 24 hours later on all the sized up positions that the hedge funds takes. You might look at that. It's at Trading Heavy. That is our call sign on Twitter. Here's United again. UAL says EBITDA margin should exceed 2019 levels by 20. Yeah, so that they're going to get back to normal in 2023 is what they're saying. Suncor SU was directionally bullish today. It's good. It's good to know. Zynga call volume was directionally bullish today. ZNGA had a buddy that was lead developer for them. That's great. Looks like Diebold was up 18% DBD today at some point. A lot of conferences, guys. Top 5 analyst downgrades. MAXR, BUD, DD, CVX, and VMW. Top 5 analyst initiations. That means it's good. Of course, FB, Google, PENN, PENN, Palantir, PLTR, and Pinterest, PINS. We all know them. Fubo TV was up. FUBO today, it was at 8% at some point in the morning, it looks like. Acadia Realty Trust Management. That was going to be something else. Sorry, guys. Starbucks Q1 may show slowdown in U.S. comp trends. It says MKM Partners. It's S-Bucks. Lemonade Director sells close to 66,000 shares of common stocks, LMND. I will let you know that Citron Research has written out, they have a big short paper on them. They do not, their customer acquisition sign up is slower, is kind of what they were saying. That's why they're short them. Bassett Furniture beat fourth quarter EPS, BSET. Hasbro price target raised to 115 at Stifel, HAS. That's good to hear. At least my kid will like that. Aurora Cannabis announces 125 million bought deal offering ACB. Might look into that. I'm not sure exactly what that was. We talked about Northrop Grumman, NOC. Talked about Seagate. Talked about Fisker. Talked about Ford. Talked about BlackBerry. And that'll do it for me today, guys. Yeah. All right. Appreciate you guys. I hope you like this. Again, I hope it's good for you because I do this for me, and so that's why I stream it live, and I hope you guys got something out of it. So with that said, watch your six, go hard in the paint. We'll see you next time. Cheers.